there, YouTube. The Spicer here, bringing you the spiciest news possible here on the Gunpla network. And, well, we've got a lot of news to cover in my inaugural week, so let's jump into it. Starting off with the smallest, most adorable line, the SD Sengoku Soketsuden Dual Gundam is coming out, set for an August 2019 release date at a price tag of 600 yen. You're going to notice a trend start to happen here really early on. The Dual Gundam, with its very basic aesthetic, lends itself very well to the SD line and the artistic liberties they take. We've got blue, we've got gray, and of course we've got some fiery orange with the fire effects that are on him. He's got, looks like, 2 blunt weapon clubs and a cool shoulder cannon. Moving on, the SD Sengoku Soketsuden Gundam Astray Blue Frame 2nd L, that's a mouthful, set for that same August release date at a 600 yen price point, is once again orange and blue, but this time we've got a little bit more white and black mixed in, a giant sword, and a cool looking ponytail, as is common with this line. Very cool dynamic ponytail. The SD Sengoku Soketsuden Tallgeese-I, set for the same August 2019 release date at a price tag of 600 yen, just proves the Tallgeese-I doesn't look bad in any form. It is beautiful, it is clean, it is crisp, and Zex Marquee wouldn't allow it any other way. This is probably going to be the one that gets me into this line. Moving on to the more mainline named units, we have the SD Sengoku Simkatsudon Zhaoyun 00 Gundam with his sweet motorcycle, set to release in May 2019 for a price tag of 1,300 yen. Very 00, very pointy, very motorcycle. It's got kind of a reminiscent of some card game I once played on motorcycles.
Card games on motorcycle!
Moving on to the SD Sengoku Soketsuden Lubu Senanju, my favorite name of the week, is set to release in May of 2019 at the same 1,300 yen price tag. The Senanju also has a motorcycle, is molded in a very nice red with a lot of gold accents and some very nice clear purple effect parts, both on him and his motorcycle. The last of the SD line here this week is the SD Sengoku Soketsuden Diao-chan Kshatriya. Very Kshatriya, but a lot of artistic liberty here. Set to release in May of 2019 for 600 yen. We're getting a very different aesthetic visually as far as color goes. The color scheme is red, white, and a lot of gold accents, as you'd expect with the SD line here, and man, it is looking very, very nice. Moving into the HGCE, or the High Grade Cosmic Era line, we've got the Destiny Gundam set to release May 31st, 2019 at a price tag of 2,376 yen. The ZGMF X42S Destiny Gundam has an edgy name and an even edgier design. It's a high-performance general role mobile suit that is handling any combat situation Shin Asuka is going to find himself in, whether it's long range or up-in-your-face Athens-ala fighting. He took place mostly, entirely, during the Second Alliance Plant War and was a member of Faith, Zaft's high special forces military ace pilot type organization. Moving on to the Universal Century, we've got the real grade Crossbone Gundam X1 with a May 18th, 2019 release date at a price tag of 2,700 yen. Very detailed, and is a testbed not only for the real grade line, but in canon, in the Universal Century, it is a testbed mobile suit developed by the Earth Federation Strategic Naval Research Institute. That is a mouthful. It was featured in the, you guessed it, Mobile Suit Crossbone Gundam manga series. It has 3 major variants, really 4, but we don't talk about it. Very cool, very excited for this release. Staying with the F91 Crossbone era, we've got the Re-100 Vigna Ghina 2, set to release in May of 2019 for a price tag of 3,996 yen. Very cool. It is bright red, and the XM07B Vigna Ghina 2 is a mobile suit that appears in the original design series F91 MSV. This unit is taking a lot of hints from the F91 itself, featuring those really cool shoulder fins to help cool it, as it has a more powerful reactor than the original Vigna Ghina. Very cool, very edgy, very red. Who doesn't love a red mobile suit? Lastly, with no release date and no price tag because it is just a prototype from the Shizuoka Hobby Show, the P Bandai HGUC 144 RX 124 TR6 Hyzenthlay-II is a mouthful in of itself, but that doesn't explain how pointy and yet blocky this boy is. Very big, very cool. The RX 124 Gundam TR6 Hyzenthlay-II is an experimental mobile suit that appears in the novelization Advance of Zeta, The Flag of Titans. The RX 124 TR6 Hyzenthlay-II can be configured and adapted into any form of combat role, depending on the mission. Moving out of the news and into the top 5 builds of the week, we've got 5 builds we pulled from the community and voted on here on the Gunpla Network in our group here of the content creators. 5th place, we've got Mochi with his Zeta Plus A1 Aggressor colors, a cool mobile suit with an even cooler paint job. Good job, Mochi. Fourth place, we've got Alex in his custom-made HGUC Kshatriya repair. A very cool take on a very cobbled together mobile suit. Very nice. Good job, Alex. Third place is Ezra in his Gundam Mark III Anti-Earth Union Group, or AUG variant. Very cool. The design itself's very nice, but the paint scheme really pushes it over the top. Good job, Ezra. Second place, we have Chris in his Master Grade Sandrock Endless Waltz SN Custom. Very nice job, Chris. In first place, we have Scott in his Sengoku Stein Ontret. I hope I pronounced that right, but who doesn't love a Sengoku Stein with some unicorn-esque, new-esque vibes? Rounding us out at the very end here, we've got our shameless plugs, of course. Check us out on YouTube. We've got a lot of different content coming up and coming out and already out. We also have the Gunpla Network website itself, where we've got editorials and all the news you just heard here, but in post form. I actually got to write an editorial this last weekend about the Real Grade line and where it's going after the You guessed it, the Crossbone X1 and the new Gundam come out. And of course, we're on Facebook and Instagram, so if you like actually getting to chat it up with us, head over there and be sure to check us out on both of those platforms. This has been the Spicer, this has been the news, and you've been newsed.